I'm Stephen Evans, we're at Peg Leg Studio, and today we're going to build this little picnic table. It's 6 feet long, it's designed to seat 6. It's a fun, simple project you can complete in a day. The first step is to gather your supplies. We'll leave a full list of tools and materials at the end of the video. We're using pressure-treated lumber. It's weather-resistant and very durable. When you're selecting your lumber, make sure you pick out the straightest pieces you can find. For this picnic table, you need 4 slats for the tabletop, 4 bench slats, 2 bench supports, 3 tabletop supports, 4 table legs with a 30-degree cut on each end, 2 upper leg braces, 6 bench cleats, and 2 angle braces with parallel 45-degree bevels at each end. Now that we've cut all the lumber, putting the table together is pretty straightforward. Lay the table slats down on your work surface and use a piece of scrap wood as a spacer between the slats. Attach a cross support 7 inches from one side with 4 2.5-inch screws in each slat. Repeat on the other side. And again in the middle. The next step is to add the upper support brace. We will first cut a bevel into the side. Use the thickness of the cross brace to mark a line. Then use your speed square to draw a 45-degree angle back to the edge. Now cut along the lines with the miter saw. Add glue, then secure with a screw at each slat. Now we can add the legs. I will add a couple of screws to keep it in place while I attach the carriage bolts. Drill 2 holes in each leg and support. Then run the 3.5-inch carriage bolts through. Screw the nuts on by hand, then tighten with a wrench. To install the bench supports, use a square to measure 8 inches from the bottom of each leg. Using a couple of boards to support it, center a 61-inch 2x6 brace at the bottom edge of the 8-inch marks you just made and clamp it in place. Then attach with 4 screws into each leg. Next, drill 2 holes through each leg and support and attach with carriage bolts. Repeat the process on the other side. For this picnic table plan, the benches are attached. Place the bench slats edge to edge. Find the center at 34 inches and mark a line across both with your square. Now measure 7 3/4 inches in from each end and mark a line across both boards with your square. Place spacers between the boards and attach each slat with 2 screws to each board. Leave 1 inch of overhang from the end of the bench support to the edge of the bench slat. Clamp the bench to the bottom of the bench supports and against the bench cleats. drive 4 3.5-inch screws through the support and into the cleat on both sides, then repeat the whole process on the other bench. The braces will run from the center support of the tabletop to the center of the bench supports. This distance should be 23.5 inches with parallel 45-degree bevels at each end. You may need to adjust the fit. Use 2.5-inch screws at each end to attach to the tabletop, center brace, and the bench support. The final steps of building our picnic table are to sand and stain. Make sure you really go over the edges because that's where hands and legs will rest, and you don't want your guests getting splinters. Now that we've finished sanding the table, you can stain it or paint it or leave it unfinished. When you're ready to build your own picnic table, here's a full list of tools and materials you will need. Good luck, and thanks for shopping at the Home Depot.